D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? So I meant to do this, a couple of days ago, but I just got too busy and life, I got kids and a family and all that stuff and a job. So, but I wanted to talk about this because I have been very critical of She-Hulk, and rightfully so. This show sucks. I don't like it. The writing is terrible. The CGI is terrible. I mean, the acting is okay, and I really love Tatiana Maslany, but this show is just god awful. And I know everybody wants to be all like, if you don't like this show, you're a misogynist and a sexist. And it's like, no, I just wanted you to do a good show, and the show's not good. I'm sorry. Like, if you like this show, though, by all means, have at it. It's just not good. And the writing is really, really bad. There was a funny meme. I wish I would have got it. Maybe I'll throw it up. But it was like, a woman lawyer written by a man, and it had some character that I don't know from, and then a lawyer woman written by a woman, and had the twerking scene. Which I kind of want to defend the twerking scene, because the twerking scene is very reminiscent of the comic book, because in the comic book, okay, so Jennifer, she's making up for lost time because she was like a geek in high school and in college, and she didn't really, go out and party a lot and stuff. So when she becomes, She-Hulk, she transforms into She-Hulk, which she can do back and forth like she does on the show, but she transforms into She-Hulk and she becomes like a party girl. And I was like, that's more reminiscent of the comic book. And I wish they would have leaned more into the comic book than they're doing with whatever they're doing with this show. So I thought this was interesting, and I wanted to talk about it because I was just like, you guys, Marvel is going downhill, and I feel like they should do a course correct, like ASAP, like as soon as possible, because I mean, I personally haven't liked any of their shows, but there was some good things in there. This one, I'm like, there's been like 1, 2, maybe things that I thought were good. All right, I'm going to read this article at Game Rant, and it says, She-Hulk fails to make Nielsen streaming charts, a first for Marvel. And that is true. That is a first for Marvel. So it says, She-Hulk viewership numbers suggest that Marvel Studios and Disney Plus legal sitcom has failed to gain a foothold among American audiences. Nearly 6 weeks in, viewers can finally have a clue of just how well Marvel Studios' She-Hulk has been doing so far, and the result shows a rather underwhelming performance from Disney Plus' latest superhero series. The data comes courtesy of Nielsen's dedicated streaming chart, which Nielsen is only here in the United States. It's not in, the worldwide. So, but I think it's pretty accurate. Whose results ranging from August 15th through the 21st, which we'll take a look at. They have a picture up here, but I'm going to pull up a bigger one. The 21st show that She-Hulk failed to make the top 10 for original content, a notable first for anything Marvel. That is a first. Even Ms. Marvel, which I thought wasn't very good, made the top 10 for its premiere episode, which is, I say, and so did Moon Knight. I didn't like Moon Knight, and that was I think that premiered its premiere was number 6 on the Nielsen charts. So I think that's saying something. Let's see. Sorry. Previously, the only data related to the series that had surfaced came from Samba TV, which claimed that at least 1.5 million households in the United States had turned into to watch She-Hulk in the 4 days following its August 18th premiere. However, Nielsen's analytics are often considered the industry standard, and they are. So it says, in short, Nielsen numbers, sorry, these ads keep popping up. I get it. You guys got to make your money, but man, let's see. In short, Nielsen's numbers can definitely rule out that She-Hulk got at least 395 million minutes worth of viewership, as the last show on the top 10 list was Netflix's Instant Dream Home with that exact total. As usual, Nielsen's top ranking shows are mostly Netflix exclusives, with The Sandman, Stranger Things, Never Have I Ever, and Lock and Key towering above the competition. Meanwhile, Amazon Prime Videos reimagined A League of Their Own series, and Hulu's Only Murders in the Building prevent absolute homogeny for Netflix. And then this is the picture they have. I want to pull this up real quick. So this is the picture. And so as you can tell right here, this is week 1. This is week 1 of the episode 1 of She-Hulk. You can just see here, it didn't even make the top 10, you know, and I think that says a lot. Well, I have the ones for week 2 real quick, and I'll pull that up, but I just think this says a lot about this. You know, Sandman is number 1. And then number 10 is Instant Dream Home. And I'm just like, you know, how bad is this? You know, I might pull that back up later. And they have it right here. I just wanted to pull up a bigger picture of it. And I'll leave a link to this article so you guys can go check it out. So it says, when it comes to absolute totals, Netflix Day Shift was the most viewed content overall. Relatable, acquired properties like, sorry, I'm just trying to, sorry, it's early as of recording this. Anyways, suffice to say, the data is not enough to prove that She-Hulk is the worst performing MCU series so far, as Ms. Marvel made the charts by attaining just 259 million minutes of viewership towards the beginning of the summer. Ms. Marvel did not chart after that first episode until I believe the penultimate episode, and then I believe it charted on Nielsen for the 5th and 6th episode. So the 2, 3, 4 did not chart. Even though these numbers are inconclusive at best, Nielsen's data had proved to be accurate in the past, and it does signal a marked downtrend for Disney Plus recent MCU shows. For example, Marvel Studios' most successful series is Loki, which garnered 731 million minutes when it premiered. That show's awful too. In June of 2021, and Hawkeye totaled 853 million minutes in November. Conversely, even among the newcomers, Moon Knight nailed a top 6 spot on Nielsen's rankings with 118 million minutes, despite being the worst performer at the time. I didn't like Moon Knight either. I thought Moon Knight was garbage. So that's the first episode. So here's the second episode, the week of the second episode. As you can see, Game of Thrones is number 3, House of the Dragon is number 6, and then Big Bang Theory is number 10. What? Like, you got episode 2. Now, if you go to original, this is overall, but if you go to original, it does make the top 10. I believe at number 10, it might be number 9 or something like that, but it's on the bottom. But that's for original, not overall. And I just go, I'm sorry. Your episode 2 didn't make the Nielsen ratings. Your episode 1 didn't make the Nielsen ratings. I can't wait to see episode 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, see if those made it, because I don't think they're going to. And if they do, bottom, because this show sucks. It's not good, and it just shows you people are not interested in this, Marvel. They're not interested. Men are not interested in being called pieces of shit every 5 minutes, and women are not interested in you not telling a good story and you trying to tell them what they think they're going through. You remember that big speech she gave about how she's catcalled in the street and how she's mansplained and how she handles anger better than men, because if she gets angry, she could like literally die. Well, you know, okay. Anyways, Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, and She-Hulk all dealt with instances of review brigading, whatever. And although the former 2 managed to recover, Jennifer Walters' solo adventure remains the worst related MCU show by a long margin, perhaps suggesting fans are not digging She-Hulk's superhero sitcom style. I don't think it's the style that's the problem. I think it's the writing, and I think it's the message that they're trying to put out there. You know, men are shit, and women are, you know, all gung-ho and shit, and, you know, whatever. That's my thoughts on this. I just, you know, like, this is the thing. I'm telling you right now, I liked the comic books, you know, of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. I thought they weren't the best, but they weren't bad. That's the thing. Like I was like, all right, this is readable. Sometimes the art was awful, but what are you gonna do? But it was readable. And I liked that she defended, C and D list superheroes and villains and stuff like that. And it was very cool. And there was some stuff in there with Daredevil, Matt Murdock as a lawyer, and them going against each other kind of thing. And that was nice too. And this show is going to have Daredevil in it, but I doubt they're going to be in court together. It's going to suck. But, this show could have been something really good. And they messed it up. Like Ms. Marvel, I didn't like Ms. Marvel, the comic books. And so I was probably not going to like the show. I probably went in with a bias. But Moon Knight, I didn't go in with a bias because I didn't read a Moon Knight comic book. I barely knew who the character was because the only time I read a Moon Knight comic book, or anytime Moon Knight was in a comic book, he was there with other people. Like I knew who he was. I knew his power set and everything, but I didn't know anything about it. So when I went and watched Moon Knight, I was like, okay, and everything. And then that one, I was just like, well, the writing isn't exactly top notch on this one either. But this one, this show just sucks. It's just not good. It's just not good. All right, that's my thoughts on this. Tell me, what do you guys think about this? Do you like She-Hulk? How do you feel about it not making the Nielsen ratings in its first episode and in its second episode? Do you like the show? What do you like about the show? If you don't like the show, I get it. But I just think that messaging is a big problem with this TV show. All right, you guys, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind if you mention. Please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next She-Hulk video. You guys have a good day. Bye.